Hey guys, Matt here, Wreck the Brewery. We're going to do another Brewtubers Malt Experiment 2020 review. This is actually my final one. Certainly not least. It's from Herrmann. So we got Herrmannbrau is the name of his brewery, I guess. He's got his own little sort of cartoon label on there. He decided to brew with Briess Pale Ale Malt. OG was 1052, right on the money. FG 1008, nice and low. Let's see here, ABV 5.78%. He brewed on July the 14th, packaged it on July the 27th, and bottled it on August the 7th. So yeah, very nice. I'm sure all of us have probably used Briess Pale Ale Malt, so it's a nice baseline to use as a comparison. I'm going to go ahead and pour it first, and then we're going to get into the description on the website. Got a little bit of a hiss there, using my pumpkin bottle opener, because we're getting into that season. Brewtubers glass, of course, for the experiment, just like everything else that I've reviewed. All right, leave it there. There's a little something on the bottom. I'm not sure how he bottled, but that is a very crisp, clear looking beer and a nice pour on that beer as well. You can see straight through that. Very nice. All right, so what did they say on the Briess website is you would use this as a rich malty brewer's malt. It's fully modified, high extract, low protein malt. Briess Pale Ale is not just a darker brewer's malt. This proprietary malting process for the Pale Ale malt includes careful monitoring of the kiln drying process and specialized temperature arrests that result in the development of its unique flavor. Sufficient enzyme levels to support the inclusion of even the most demanding specialty malts without extending the brewing cycle. So of course this is base malt. You can use up to 100%. The Lovabond on this is 3.5 SRM, so a little bit higher than some of your other base malts, but that's fine. This just gives you a little bit of a deeper color, sort of on the deeper side, I guess, of the light color for pale. And they pretty much say that usage on it is up to 100% on ales, except for Kolsch, which I find interesting. I guess that sort of makes sense because with a Kolsch, I think you typically would use probably Pilsner. I've only actually brewed a couple of Kolsches, but there are saying that you get rich, full flavored dark beers that you can use this for. 10% or more that they suggest for using. If you're looking for lighter beer styles with additional flavor, that you can put 10% or more into it. You get some possible developed warm, malty, and toasty flavors out of it. If you put a little bit more up to the 15%, that they suggest you can do that in things like a high gravity beer, like a Bock beer. So they throw out a bunch of different suggestions on their website. A little bit more information that I'm used to seeing from some of these other beers. So that's really cool, really nice, good information. Very clear beer, straight through it. No issues there. The head is dissipated mostly, but definitely has a little bit of nice lacing to it, kind of hanging around anyway on the glass. And actually, I don't think that cap is probably going to go anywhere. It may have dissipated down to the cap level, but it's probably where it's going to stay. But nice color. It's definitely like that deeper straw, deeper golden color on it. So it's not super light, and it looks really inviting, clarity-wise too. So nice job to the brewer, Herrmann. Yeah, it's got a nice, clean, like ale smell to it, I guess. Something that would be nice, clean for like even a lager. You do get a little bit of the hops that come through on this, the Sabro hops. I'm definitely getting some of the characteristics from that. And it's interesting too is I've brewed with Vienna malt. I'm going to throw a little bit of a comparison out there. At least this is just my senses. So for me, when I dig into Vienna, I get you get a lot of that bready, toasty quality from the Vienna, sort of like almost graham crackery, and I get a little bit of that from this. It's not as much as a Vienna, but you definitely get some of that sort of bready and toasty kind of malt character. You definitely get the malt character from this. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah, that's very nice. So this this to me, it's not just your run of the mill malt. It's definitely more complex than like what they're saying here on the website. So I'm definitely picking up more of, I guess, what I would probably get out of Vienna malt, but not as strong as you would get from Vienna. So this is a very, very toned down version of that to me. So if I were to compare this to any malt, I would compare this more towards the Vienna malt, because I definitely get a lot of that sort of biscuity, toasty, rich malt kind of flavor from it. But it's not like it's enough that it's there, that it's highlighted, but it's not dominating. If that makes any sense. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting from this. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of the Savro taste from it. Um, Not a lot. The malt is definitely shining through brighter on this beer. But to me, if I were to summarize this malt, to me it would be a very toned down version of like a Vienna type of a malt. So that's really cool. I like that. Yeah, yeah, very nice. I've used it, and I've used this malt plenty of times. I typically don't buy Briess as much anymore. Um, I like to go. I like to venture out. I like to try other maltsters. I've tried a handful of pale ale malts now from various maltsters, and every one of them has their own unique quality to it, and I find that really cool. So with that, I guess for me at least, I'm closing out the malt experiment reviews. This is my last one. Um, Solid beers, all of them. Every single one of these has been great. You guys were awesome. Thank you for participating, every one of you. Um, I look forward to seeing what everybody's feedback is on all these beers. I've already seen some videos popping out, and I'm really enjoying those. I hope more do that same thing. And I'll be putting this one up there, and I'll be scoring all of these for myself as well. So definitely go out to the Brewtubers website under the malt experiment section. There's a score sheet there, and go ahead and put in your feedback. Really cool experiment. Thank you everyone for joining. Nice solid beer, Mr. Herrmannbrau, and we'll see you guys on the next video. So take care, everyone. Have a good night. Cheers. Yeah, yeah.